welcome to episode 3 of Hunting Wives.
Are you wearing a wig?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Amazing. Well then, yes, I wish that one didn't look so like my hair. I hate it. Welcome to Tonsil Hockey, the podcast where we adore heated rivalry, but we simply must talk about Hunting Wives, which we also adore, because let's face it, heated rivalry's not coming back for some time, y'all. So we just gotta get to know some girls. Do you want to talk about episode 3?
I would love to talk about episode 3.
Woohoo!
So
I'm
as
so
we've established,
excited.
as a background to all of the gay sex that isn't happening currently, there's a crime.
There's question mark a crime. There might be a crime because we're back in the woods and it's 6 months earlier. And this is a different setup. I love how the flashback it's not boring. You have to hand it to them there. Every time we flash back to the woods, there's a whole different thing going on, because this time when we open the episode, a female sheriff's officer, can you imagine such a thing? A female sheriff's officer is, let's face it, being bad at her job.
Political correctness has gone too far.
Yes. She hears some screaming coming from an old house. As we know, there's a girl missing. We know that because Jed mentioned it in his political speech, episode 1. Wake up, you're with us. We get it. And she calls for backup, and the backup's like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Now, why do I know the guy who she calls for backup? Is he in Orange is the New Black?
He might be. I feel like you're reaching out for me to me for references that I don't have, and
The
I'm
bald
so
guy?
sorry.
Nothing?
Nothing at all.
Fine. Sorry to say bald when you're wearing your wig.
Olga Koch loves bald.
Sorry to say bald. But yes, so he's like, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he specifically says, do not go in alone. She goes in alone. Sorry, but I was like, not to blame the victim, but I was like, why are you doing that, girl? She goes in. She goes upstairs in this old messy house. She's breathing heavily. She hears noise from somewhere. And then her radio goes, update, where are you? And from this giveaway, she is shot through a door in the head. Present day. We're back to present day.
And we assume she might be dead.
Yeah, I think we assume she's dead. Yeah, she's got shot in the head.
We cut to Sophie and her husband Graham having sex.
By the way, Brittany Snow is doing something that we will see her do again. Ballet toe?
Yes!
Ballet toe!
That's the only time I was like, is this for the male gaze? It's the only thing where I was like, who are you trying to impress? Who's doing this?
I was like, why are we in first position? What is going on, ballet toe?
That is, of course, missionary.
Of course. She is pointing the hell out of her toe, getting that arch up.
And it's not the first, and sorry, it is the first, but it's not the last time she is doing this.
It's so true. So she is having sex with Graham, and she's thinking of Margot being eaten out and Margot's sweet, perfect tits. And
Graham is justifiably puzzled. Why is she so horny?
He is like,
you want to fuck me? No, she doesn't.
The fact that he's like, what even got into you right now? And she's like, you did. And we're like,
even he doesn't believe you, honey.
Yeah. Even he's like, all right, well, happy days. And then because he's had sex, he's like, shall we do one of the things you like to do? Like go to the beach or the lake? And she's like, I didn't think you were a lake guy. But anyway.
Let's talk. So
Please.
when a woman is nude in cinema, her breasts are either out or the sheet is perfectly draped right above her breast into the armpit.
Yes, because we all wear sheets like towels.
Yes. Like a tube top.
Yes.
Almost. And what is a bed if not a tube top? And so since we saw Margot's perfect tits in the first 5 minutes of the show, we just think, okay, well, if she's doing a sex scene, then the tits are out.
Yes.
And then when Brittany is lying there post-sex with the sheet, it's like, oh, I guess, well, she's against nudity. Well, how wrong we were. More on that later. Mm-hmm. And thank God for that.
Mm-hmm. Thank God, indeed. It's just that you have to earn it, and Graham hasn't. So they go to the lake, and Margot's calling her, but she's not calling back.
She's texting her things like, you avoiding me, girlie? Which is so exciting to see Margot this pressed. I like it.
But also, that's interesting because I found, well, it shows how conflict diverse I am, because I was like, Margot doesn't get not answered to. She's like, you avoiding me, girlie? She's instantly like, you can't not answer the phone to me.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And then we get to see Margot do a little spin class on her own decking.
In a wig.
Very
spinning in a wig,
sexy.
it says so. I
And
wouldn't know anything about that.
And Jill calls, and Jill is very calmly cleaning the tiles of her house with a toothbrush because her fucking son is fucking somebody else. And she is using this opportunity to say, I hear your husband's running for governor. Why doesn't he then? I guess he's probably going to need to say, he's going to press the flesh at the church. I guess he's going to need the church. So I guess he should pay for aircon because it's very hot. That's what we're learning. It's very hot.
$100K for a brand new HVAC system.
And Jill is pissed and cleaning it so intensely because Brad and Abby are upstairs and she assumes they're fucking, and she says things like, that little gold digger is trying to set her trap. Wow.
And then we see Brad and Abby in a car. And
His
Abby's...
Brat Summer Rubicon Jeep. His incredibly green Jeep. For no explicable reason. Yeah, we do. Sorry, the Jeep is crazy to me. He drops her home. That's true.
I guess Abby has an attitude in his eyes, and he refers to her tampon string.
He says when he puts his hand up her skirt that he felt her tampon string. Is that why she's being such a bitch?
Which is a lot. It's too much. It's gross for him to say something like that. But also interesting that Abby can use a tampon, but Margot can't.
Also,
The
maybe
plot
his
thickens.
car is green because so many girls are thrown up because he said such gross shit.
Yep.
Ugh,
It's not
yuck.
right.
And then it turns out, because of course what Brad doesn't know is that she works at a burger joint, and the twins and the ex-girlfriend of Jed came into the burger joint when he was supposed to be coaching those twins, which means she knows he's a liar, and he's like, babe, I got my days mixed up. Is that why you're being such a bitch?
And she grabs his phone. She sees that he has Signal. She doesn't understand why he needs encrypted messages.
I didn't know what the Signal app was, but apparently it's for encrypted messages. And she throws his phone out of the car, and it breaks. And he's like, get the fuck out of my car. All while her mom Star watches them fight and doesn't do anything, which honest to God, if a boy was screaming at my daughter in his car and telling him to get the fuck out of his car and then like watched her pick up his phone, I would be out there being like, the fuck?
Yeah,
but
you're completely right.
Abby's mom just watches and then afterwards is like, do you want to talk about it? And she's like,
yet again,
ow!
Star is meant to be a sympathetic character, and yet she keeps doing stuff that is just hard to defend.
Yeah. Sorry to say this about their family day at the lake, but their 7-year-old child looks 4 to me. Sorry to body shame
Wait,
the
the kid's meant
7-year-old.
to be 7.
7! Graham reads The New Yorker and tells her to put on sun cream, and it's like, is there ever a time when there's not overlap between heated rivalry? Never. He's boring. He's reading The New Yorker. He's telling her what to do with her skin.
Treating her like a daughter or wife. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And, sorry, in the most iconic.
It is a biblical scene. It is a scene that, honestly, if I was like in the sort of pitch meeting, I wouldn't tell you who is in it or what it's about. I would play you that one scene and say, do you want this show? Sign on the fucking dotted line.
Top lesbian top, Margot, shows up to the lake on
a jet ski.
A fucking jet ski.
She's wearing a Grecian, I would like to say.
Yeah.
Black bathing suit that is a deep plunge.
Yeah.
And she utters the words.
What'd she say?
Ahoy, bitch, where you been? Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's just absolute. Oh, I've written down, ahoy, bitch, where you been? I've written down, it's so weirdly cool and hot. And that's what it was. I was confused as to why I was turned on by it. I was confused why I thought it was cool, but it was cool and it was so hot. And also, like, just to rock up on a fucking jet ski on the wet surface of the lake.
And then
making us all wet in that swimsuit.
Straight onto the beach. And it is like, it's such a fucking power top move to be like, oh, you don't want to respond to my text message? I'll fucking jet ski.
Yeah, because she had replied basically like a short sentence being like, oh, I'm on the lake. And she was like, well, fucking watch out, here I come. It was nuts bananas. And then unfortunately we do cut away to the driest of scenes, back to Jill and Brad.
I just don't care about that.
I don't care about it at all. He's eating ice cream. She's like, do you understand the commitment you're making to God and your partner when you have sex?
She's scared that Abby is going to trap him into a pregnancy.
Scared, in her words, that she'll get her hooks into him. And that he's supposed to be not letting
her boyfriend.
Yeah, and then eventually he like storms out and she eats the ice cream in a sort of panicked, like, he definitely isn't her cheat day way. Spoiler alert, Sophie gets on the jet ski. Of course she does, because Margot's not taking a no for an answer, and also because her husband
says, take my wife in Borat voice.
Genuinely, take my wife. Take my wife. He's like so desperate for her to make a friend, and also he got off this morning, so I guess he's done with her now. I don't know. It's very confusing. You're right. He's the least controlling husband. He's toxic, but he doesn't have the commitment, you know?
No.
And basically Margot's like, so are you so freaked out about what you saw the other day? And Sophie's like, not really, but I thought you weren't allowed to hook up with other men. And she's like, well, he's more of a boy. And Sophie's like, yuck. And she's like, ha 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 ha. But she does have a question, Sophie. And it's, does Jill know? Which, sorry, to me is the most insane question, because obviously Jill doesn't know, because Margot still has her head. She still has her scalp.
Oh, God. Imagine if Jill was like, at least she's not Abby.
She would be.
At least she's closer to my age.
She would be beside a deer's head on her fucking mantelpiece if Jill knew. There is no way. No way. She also refers to Jill as totally asexual. She's like, Jill would never guess because she's totally asexual. And I'm like,
they tried.
Jill's not asexual. She just fancies her son.
She's actually way freakier than you ever dream of.
And then Margot does that thing that women do when they're flirting, where they're like, I just trust you. It feels like I've known you so much longer than I have.
Oh, God, stop. Oh, no, I shouldn't have made eye contact with her. She made me feel pretty, and I know my wig.
It's hey, your wig of my hair is pretty. Excuse you. And then Sophie tells her about this op guy. She thinks it's like an opponent, like an opposition guy for working for the Democrats. Who's trying to seek out Jed as if. But she's like, at least they're taking Jed seriously. And I was like, the Democrats don't know he's alive. But it spooks Margot, obviously. And they need to get their story straight. But she's like, let's go for a swim in the pool. And they get in the pool. And
she bravely braves the pool in a wig.
And again, I'm like, okay, this is it. They're going to kiss. I was like, kiss, kiss, kiss. They're like holding hands. They're getting close to each other in the swimming pool. I was like, this is stuff of like lesbian lore. Like, it is very much in the canon that they would hook up in a pool.
Yeah. Wild things.
Right. Here we fucking go. Here comes every fucking MILF in the town. All the girls are here. Woohoo. And they have a news for them. The news is the boars are going to be running.
So it's time to go boar hunting.
Yeah.
It's time to go boar hunting. So they have to go rifle shopping for Sophie first. They get her clothes as well. And they all pull out tiny guns. Yeah, they get camo gear, but they also get her. Yeah, they all have tiny pistols in their handbag. My question is, don't you need a license for that? The way that she could just go and buy a tiny little gun in Texas, is that legal?
In Texas, you have to be over 18 or 21, depending on the gun, to buy one. You have to pass an instant background check, but there's no wait time or clearly any license need.
But we know she has a felony, so I guess you being
records
a felon...
are sealed?
But then what's even the point of a background check if records are sealed? Huh? That's not what this podcast is about.
It would only flag it if you'd kill someone. Okay, so we don't need to get in. We don't need to. We could get into it, but I think we know where we stand. I'm anti killing people with guns. I'm anti selling guns randomly. What about you, Olga?
Huh? No, guns are bad.
Yeah, I think we can take that stance. Sure. So they go boar hunting. Margot makes Sophie take the shot. She hits the boar, but doesn't kill the boar. It's paralyzed. She doesn't have the will to like go up and shoot it in the head afterwards. So Callie does it. Obviously loving having the power.
And in many ways, it's a sort of a metaphor for where she is, because she's not sort of... she's doing something that would be questionable in the eyes of the liberal elite, but she's also not doing something extreme enough in order to get the approval of the conservative voter.
Yeah,
so she's somewhere in the middle, floating, all gay-like.
And then they go for brunch because they killed a boar.
Bikinis and boars, boar bacon.
And then they do pics with their guns. They do a lot of pics with their guns. And then it turns out she has her little pistol in the house, and they're showing her how to load it. Well, Margot is. And Margot says she'll take her for target practice alone, and Callie is livid.
So what she proposes is to play Never Have I Ever.
These women need jobs. Sorry.
Okay, and so we're in live right now going to play the same exact game.
Never have I ever
bleached my own butthole or had it bleached.
Callie drinks. Inexplicable to me.
Have you?
Oh, sorry, we're playing the game? No, because inexplicable to me is Callie... Callie drinking to that when I'm like, you're the fairest one there.
You're the one who's as white as it gets.
You're a pale, ghostly ginger woman. No, you haven't. But maybe. I don't really understand it. And then, never have I ever screamed the wrong name during sex.
Absolutely, yes, I have.
Oh, I haven't.
Oh, good for you.
I learned my lines.
I mean, that life hack is to avoid names altogether.
Exactly.
Right? Be like, oh,
You can
you're
never
amazing.
you can never say the wrong name if you just don't say any names at all. Also, I don't want to say any names. My girlfriend and my sister have the same name.
I think that makes it hotter. Okay, so
Jill would be into that.
and finally,
then Callie goes, never have I ever killed someone. And looks at Sophie. At which point, Sophie is compelled to admit that in her car accident, she did hit a pedestrian and they died. I wrote down Callie as a bitch. And Sophie cries about how that girl's family felt about it and how she can still see all the blood. And CPS got involved because her kid's car seat was in the car. And that she says that we got a fancy lawyer that meant she didn't have to serve time, but she had a 2-year suspended sentence and she essentially couldn't stop it following her around. It still lives with her, so it doesn't go away. And the pace with which all of these women are like, oh, you poor thing. Because Margot's Queen Bee and Margot's like, are you fucking kidding? Why would you do that? And also, does your husband do background checks on all of us? Very clever to be you fucking psycho. And they all go in to sympathize with her. And I don't know how Callie thought that would play differently.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to say, where it's the thing that I don't buy in this scene is that Callie thought that this would end in any other way than everybody pitying her. Especially in frickin' Texas where they're all constantly driving drunk. Do you know what I mean?
Except that Callie maybe...
did she think that everybody's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe Sophie's a murderer?
I think maybe Callie, who's getting further away from her name, Callie is potentially Sally, potentially thinks that she's more popular than she is with these women and forgets that Margot has all the power.
Interesting.
Socially. But yeah, absolute nightmare. Sophie cries and Margot's like, we're done for the day. I have a headache. And Sophie texts her husband to say she's leaving now, but then Margot tells her to stay. And when Callie gets in her car outside, she's crying.
Honestly, Callie, I understand where you're coming from. You want your girlfriend back, but this was not the way to do it.
It was a terrible move.
What you needed to do was actually kill Sophie with kindness.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, I was girl, make her your best friend.
Yeah, you try to fuck Sophie.
Yeah, or also tell her how heartbroken you are over Margot. Then it's against girl code for her to even fuck her. Hello, wake up. Hello.
Come on.
Amateur hour.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's Girl Friendship
Christ.
101. It's I know we don't know each other, but this one thing you need to know about me is that you cannot have sex with Margot.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do that, would you? You wouldn't.
Yeah, but I feel like we are so connected.
You're like
you
a sister
would
to me.
never do that to me, and I would never do that to you. Yeah, crazy. So then Sophie's drinking whiskey. And
shit's about to go down. Now we're finally fucking cooking with gas, y'all. Okay?
Yeah. And look, Margot's basically like, sure, you killed someone, but don't we all have stuff we're a little bit ashamed of?
And it's like, what did you do, Margot?
And it's basically that her mama was crazy and her daddy left. And you're like, that's not really the same as killing someone.
No, there's more.
Okay.
There's more there. Sophie asked her why she kept the eye contact when Sophie saw Margot receive oral from Brad, and Margot says, I guess I wanted you to see me. Hot.
At which point I'm like, kiss! But they don't. They have one more drink. And then Margot's like, I'm going to order us a little treat. And I think, ooh, maybe sex toy, maybe champagne, maybe drugs. But it's Brad and his fucking friend, his teammate. And I was like, why are men here again? An issue I have with the show. Every time I'm like, woohoo, let's go, girls. It's like, what the hell are these dudes doing here? Ugh. Meanwhile, Abby, sweet Abby, leaves a voice note on Brad's phone saying that she's going to Cream Pie's birthday party. Cream Pie is a man in this show, a boy in this show. Spoiler, he will look exactly like you expect him to look. And then she calls the youth pastor for a ride because Brad hasn't shown up. And Pastor Pete is in another beanie. And honestly, he takes it for milkshakes.
It is one of the worst fucking scenes,
It's so grim.
it's chilling. It's really chilling. I really hate the pastor. I guess the actor's doing a really good job because I just cannot stand the sight of him on my fucking screen.
It's an incredibly astute observation of grooming as well, because it's like they get milkshakes, they're going for a walk, he's asking her how she is, he's talking to her about her life, he's saying like he's also made mistakes, it's better to get it off your chest, he wants to be in her confidence.
He offers her alcohol. Just so you think I'm cool.
Just so you know I'll be cool with it. And then he says, when she won't give it up, when she won't tell him about her life, her sex life, he's like, well, Brad told me as a way in there. And she's just like, are you fucking joking? Thankfully, she's like, get me out of here. And then we're back to the sofa and Margot's feeding Sophie grapes. And I'm like, are they high? They seem high.
In the middle there, Sophie passed out and then woke up. Like, Sophie wakes up, and I'm like, what do you mean she wakes up? When did she go to sleep? It's very suspicious to me.
It's all very strange.
It's starting to make the timeline fuzzy.
Yeah, here comes Brad and Jamie with beers, and Sophie's like, what's happening? I thought you were being careful and your husband was running for governor. And then Abby's mom, Star, orders the boots. That's how I found out it was 2 R's. Star. Okay. Orders the boots that her daughter told her she couldn't afford because, oh, Jesus Christ, teenage girls shouldn't be allowed to have mothers. They're just not. They're so unkind.
All agreed.
I wrote down, cream pie looks exactly how I expected. And Sophie and Margot are taking their clothes off, getting in the pool with these boys, and they start to hook up with the boys. And then there's a power outage everywhere, right?
Yep.
Jill, who's obsessed with her son, calls Abby and says, where the hell is my son? Because he's not at home, she's realised, and she's furious about it. He's supposed to be grounded, and she thinks that... And so Sophie's like, I'm at the lake, I don't know where your son is, basically. And importantly, Abby is, and this is where I clocked, I know you clocked way earlier, but importantly, Abby has blonde hair, is wearing a stripy blue top, and has put that hair up, unusual for Abby, which is what that girl crawling along the forest floor was wearing. Yeah, so now I'm like, okay, so it's not Brittany Snow's character, it's Abby's going to die. So obviously in my head, I'm like, Jill is going to kill her.
Yeah, so that's my
working assumption.
At the lake house, they're playing Spin the Bottle. The girls finally kiss.
Yes. Okay.
Tell me.
If I may. I think possibly compared to heated rivalry kissing, all on-screen kissing is ruined for me now.
Fair.
Because the sort of baby bird, no tongue, slightly open-mouthed, but not really...
Yeah. There's no urgency to it.
Kissing, I just find so meh. After, like, heated rivalry, the thing about those boys is, like, you feel like they fucking want to kiss each other.
Yeah.
And this feels like two sort of like girls performing for boys. But I'm not like they're really into each other, they really want to kiss, and it makes me sad.
Well, yeah, and I think, spoiler alert, there's going to be another kiss, and that kiss worked more for me than whatever this is. Because, again, it's part of a game, and you are performing for the boys. It's anticlimactic. What happens then is that Sophie freaks out.
Yeah.
And which one is what's the name?
Jamie, I think, follows her to the kitchen to tell her she's pretty and put his hand up her skirt.
He kind of fingers her, and then he takes her hand and they walk away. I assumed they went to go fuck, but I guess they're going back into the living room. Again,
unclear.
The timeline is fuzzy on purpose. We don't know what the hell is going on.
Jill is driving around looking for her son, and Pastor Pete.
Oh,
I'm just gonna say it. Pastor Pete is wanking in his car on the side of the road. He's wanking to a picture of Abby.
It's horrific.
We cut back to Sophie and Margot, and they are snorting Xanax that they're like racking up into lines,
and they're taking shots. Again, it made me upset that I'm like, why is Margot and Sophie getting together for the first time being taken away from me by constantly being intercut with other dudes with a fucking pastor jerking off?
I agree.
Just give me pure girl fun now.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm also like, at this point, I am also like, what does her husband think is going on? Like, and does she not like her son? Like, is it because he's so little? What's going on? Sophie wakes up. Bam. Sophie wakes up on the lakeside, outdoors. And honestly, this is so well acted by Brittany because I could feel her headache. I could feel it in my skull. She has 5 missed calls from Graham. The place is a mess. She's getting an Uber home and she sees the sheriff's vehicle with blue lights head into the woods. What could have happened?
She gets home in the Uber and she looks for her gun, but her gun isn't there.
It's missing. The sheriff's officer from the start is now on medical leave. That's right. She got shot in the head, but she's alive.
And she's sharp. She's sharp.
Because she's heard they found a body. And yeah, she's had 3 brain surgeries, but she's there. You know who else is there in the background? Chip. Will I be on Chip Watch this entire series? Yup. And it's Abby Jackson. And she's 17. And the sick leave officer takes a pig. Now, the other officer is like, well, guess the pigs ate her. She's like, sorry, just to be clear, that's a bullet exit wound, right? Which I could have told you. And he's like, huh? And she's like, you need glasses, silly. And I'm like, how long is the recovery from 3 brain ops? But anyway, Sophie gets home. Graham isn't there. As you say, her gun is missing. And we've been told that a caliber something or other killed Abby, which I think was what she had. And honestly, Olga, cards on the table. When it comes up on screen, this is the moment. It says, based on a novel by May Cobb. That's when I find out this is based on a book.
Oh, wow.
Episode 3, I was like, what? I wrote
That's
down,
the real
what?
reveal to you. That's the reveal.
I was like,
it's been a book this whole time.
And it's by a woman. When will we find out about
May
the
Cobb. That's a real name.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, my thoughts on this episode were that I want the girls to get together similar to you, and I don't want the husband involved anyway, and I want all these supercuts to men to go away. I do think Callie's the hottest of the 3 still. I know she's the craziest, but I'm just going to say that. They are sort of mad, irredeemable parodies of girl bosses. I do feel that sometimes. Like, do women actually act this way? No, but that's fine. Where are they getting all their money? What is Jed rich from?
That's a really good point. But he is rich, isn't he?
Because, like, they're real rich.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the PowerPoint of the NRA fundraiser?
No.
In the background? Oh my God, it was so detailed.
I mean, and like, if Margot can say yes to a 100K HVAC system just on a phone call, they're throwing that money around.
Yeah. I wrote down Desperate Housewives meets Pretty Little Lies.
Yeah.
Liars, Pretty Little Lies. Yeah. At this point, I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah, I was annoyed. Because I was like, we were waiting for 3 episodes for them to get together, and this is how they get together.
Yeah.
You're putting a crime in there. You're having a fucking pedophile pastor. Don't intercut pedophile pastor with my beautiful ladies.
Yeah, I do agree. I'm just a bit like, what? I don't know. At this point, I really feel like we've been misled. That's where I'm at right now. I don't know if that will change, but that's how I felt in this moment.
Okay, a couple of notes. Not enough sex for a sex show. Way too much sex for a cop show. Something I really feel strongly about. I thought it was
so true.
Very Republican to paint the drunk driver as the victim.
Yes.
You poor thing.
Yes.
You poor thing.
Yes.
A couple other things that I want to point out. Actually, 2. I don't know if you're watching this on ITV, but every time they stop for an ad, I'm like, what the fuck are those ITV dramas?
Oh my God, yes, 100%. It's constantly like, eh?
I've never heard of any of them, but it will be like, it's a Game of Thrones star, and a wig, and a Scottish accent, and a crime, and a connection to a obscure royal.
It's Sheridan Smith! In what? It's Sheridan Smith! In what? It's Sheridan Smith! In what, I ask you? Yikes.
Natalie Dormer is David Tennant's wife.
Yeah, why?
Okay, but I'm glad that all these people are booked and busy. I'm delighted for them. But a little thing that as I was watching this, do you want to do a little crash course for our listeners and our viewers vis-a-vis how can you spot if something's a wig?
Oh my God, yes.
Where are you
please.
looking?
Well, first things first, these hairlines are crazy consistent.
Crisp. It's a crisp line.
Like, crisp. And they like follow an egg shape, you know? It's like wow. If the roots are like chocolate brown but glossy.
Yes.
And then the rest of the hair is ash colored?
Yep. If there's a part but you don't see the scalp?
Yes.
Why is the part not skin colored?
If it literally never moves.
Yeah.
It will not budge. It's glued on there. Yeah.
If it looks like a hat of hair, it might be.
If you're like, where do I know that style from? And it's Lego. then I'm afraid
Or
it's a
Leg
wig.
Avenue at the Halloween store.
Yeah, those are all giving wig. Oh my god.
Yeah.
More parallels. Sorry to keep seeing spooky parallels, but I hated episode 3 of Heated Rivalry. I don't like episode 3s, you
It's a
guys.
curse.
I don't like ep 3s.
Okay, the horniest I was the entire episode is, I'm really sorry, but jet ski, ahoy bitch where you been.
Yeah, ahoy bitch where you been, for sure.
Ahoy,
For
bitch,
sure,
where
for
you
sure.
been?
That high leg one piece, yum. 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 I agree. Yum.
Where's the list of all that thing? Oh yeah, there we go. What would you agree that that's your horniest as well?
Yeah, has to be.
Okay, what is the unforgettable line of dialogue, and is it ahoy bitch where you been?
Again, it feels like it's ahoy bitch where you been. You avoiding me, girly?
You avoided me, girly. He's not a boy, he's a man.
He's not a man, he's a boy.
Sorry.
What are you, her lawyer? Your what the fuck moment?
I think that the pastor, very, very upsetting to me.
Yeah,
Very upsetting.
like a what the fuck? Why are you making me watch that? For me, I have to say that was grim, but also the sharpest cop in the room being a woman who's recovering from 3 brain surgeries.
And also looks like she's 17 years old.
And can walk. I was like, I have a lot of questions
real
about where this
mystery.
bullet went.
The real mystery.
Your gay giveaways?
My gay giveaway. I think the fact that kissing a woman for Sophie made her freak out and leave the room, whereas getting fingered by a man did nothing. So
Yeah, for me, it was when, in order to work out her feelings, Margot got on a bike, a static bike. I was like, okay, this is gay. This is gay.
It's in Heated Rivalry.
This is
as
gay
well.
frustration. Yeah, exactly. It's canon. It's gay frustration. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Shall we talk about some of the comments we've had? Okay, we have had an email, a message from Jem. Hi, ladies. Love the podcast so much. You both make me laugh out loud with your observations and humor. That's so nice.
Aww.
Oh, Jem says, my favorite. Wild story, ! And then an ellipses. Good for you, girl. Play loose and fast with
I'm ready.
With this kind of punctuation. When we have gossip, we will take it. So, I messaged a girl on Instagram 4 weeks ago who was posting about her heated rivalry obsession, as I needed to know when the hyperfixation stopped and if I would get my life back. It doesn't stop, my darling. It never stops. We're still here. What do you mean life back? We are alive now because of it. We then spoke almost daily and had loads in common, including our children, lifestyles, taste in
Wait, are
music.
they doing A Hunting Wives based on Heated Rivalry?
Taste in music, etc. Ellipses. Today I took 4 trains from London to Wales with my toddler and we met up. Don't bring your toddler to
Jem?
We took our boys to an interactive science experience and went for dinner. We're planning our next meetup soon. If we both hadn't watched Heated Rivalry when we did, I would never have messaged her and we would have no idea each other existed. Just thought you would appreciate our crazy story and how Heated Rivalry has given me a real life friend.
What do you mean, friend?
Who I will absolutely be watching season 2 with when it airs next
What
year.
do you mean, friend?
What do you mean, toddler? What do you mean, 4 trains? What do you mean, love affair?
What do you mean, interactive science experience?
What do you mean, Wales? What do you mean, girl? Jim!
That's my Heated Rivalry.
Jim! I need so many updates. Sorry, that isn't... She didn't send that to us because she didn't want us to... She thinks something's happening and she wants our reaction because she needs it confirmed that, yeah, she's looking at you like that because she wants to eat you.
Okay, so the plan is we make this into a clip. You send this clip to the other girl and say, ha ha ha, isn't that funny that they interpreted this way?
Ha 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 ha. No kids next time?
We can
What?
babysit. We can babysit.
We can babysit. We'll take the boys. Oh my God. Sorry, that's so my friend. A new friend.
To say 4 trains and then say friend?
And to say, will we watch
I wouldn't respond to a friend's text message.
Watching season 2 is, yeah, in the house that you share. That's Reese texting
Sorry,
me.
I got so sad. It was like she's like, we hooked up.
Sorry, when it's
I got so excited. I was like, up day.
No, just Reese. The idea that you'll be watching season 2, you will be in the house that you share together with your cats.
You're gay.
You guys are gay. 4 trains? From London to Wales.
Where did they go?
Where do you... What
An
do you,
interactive science experience.
An interactive science experience.
Where in Wales is 4 trains away from London?
Where in... Well,
Okay, so
you'd
you
have
go
to
in
go Birmingham
Or you go London, Cardiff.
or London, Birmingham,
Yeah.
like you do if you go to Mac.
Or Newport.
Yeah. And then what, you're getting like local trains to
Yeah,
where...
you're getting.
It also,
local
sorry
trains.
to say, but it feels like you're doing the running. If you're going to be this girl's girlfriend, and it sounds like you are, then just like get her to meet you at somewhere.
Yeah, meet her halfway.
But maybe they right at the borderline. Sorry, I can't help myself. Surely maybe they went extra because they had to get to a place where their husbands wouldn't be.
Yeah, I'm
no
imagining
one would
that.
see them.
Is it the Kate Winslet archaeologist movie that takes place on a beach?
Oh, Ammonite.
Is that what they were trying to do? 4 trains.
Friend.
That's the best message I've ever received.
to say friend. Iconic.
They mean it in the Republican sense. Friend.
Are you friends?
We're
or
gal
friends,
pals.
friends, or friends? Are you friends? That is crazy.
Oh God, love is beautiful and real.
Lizzie May wrote, "Never heard of this, but it looks absolutely chaotic, so I am in." Yes.
Ahoy, bitch! Where you been? Where you been?
Fucking hell. Sorry, I can't stop thinking about Jem. I'll never stop thinking about Jem. Jem,
4 trains.
update us when you blow up your life. Let us know.
Oh God. But also, it's like if someone's taking 4 trains to come see me, I'm shaving my pussy.
Yeah, of course. Like, I wish I had time for a wax, but I simply don't. So yes, you got to do what you got to do. Jesus. Wow.
4 trains.
4 trains. Oh, also, Olga, I believe we have a reply to. So we put a video online. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but basically we did live show recordings and we put them on our Patreon. You can watch all the live recordings. But on episode 1's live recording, we had a question from a viewer in the room. Ask us and Tia Coffee. Had we noticed Ilya's left hand in the first shower scene? And we were like, sorry, the one with his ass for the first time? No one noticed his left hand. But anyway, God, just thinking about his cakey ass makes me hungry. Then we were like, okay, let's have a peep. We have a peep. He's doing something weird with his hand. And we have had a lot of comments and a lot of replies about it. So would you like to read one of them?
Absolutely. I encourage you to pause this, go watch the scene and come back to us.
You're going to watch the whole episode, so see you in 45.
Mm.
You're back. So weird, right? And also, oh God, I know, I love it.
Others may have said this, but how some people have talked about it, and I read it as well, is that Ilya's left hand is a nonverbal invitation for Shane to join in and touch himself because Ilya starts jerking off after he notices that Shane has an erection. This is from Maria. But
it's such a little I'm a little teapot hand. He's not like motioning. It's like cupped and still.
it does. Am I crazy when I say it doesn't feel intentional?
I agree. I'm like, I love that we love to read into everything, and there's so much to read into, and they've left so much stuff there for us to dig up.
Yeah.
I think this might be one of those like weird choices that nobody clocked in the moment.
100%. Because also, like, sometimes you'll see a photo of yourself and you're like, why am I doing that?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
it just felt comfortable for your body in that moment.
Yeah, I don't think it is an invitation, and I don't know that I want to think about non-verbal invitations to, I'm just a bit like, let's use our words, which Ilya loves to.
Yeah, he's consent king.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It is just an amusing little tidbit, and I think what was delightful about it was that we had seen it so many times and we hadn't noticed it, and it was like a sort of a new wave of like, there's so much still yet to uncover.
Guys, if you want to uncover stuff that you've never even thought you could uncover or would uncover, you have to go to Patreon and listen to the live shows, because there is this. So, for example, this is the kind of things people were pointing out. Scott walks into Kip's juice shop. There are like 2 limes and a carrot laid out in the most phallic way.
Mm.
When Maria's at the counter, it's dragon fruit.
Huh.
And you're like, that's just incredible. Like, just the fact that we're noticing what the fruit is up to, peen-wise, is spectacular. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. We got that kind of insight
It's
like
just the layers,
and
right?
more. Yeah, there's so many things we learned by doing the live shows that people would
And
tell
thank you
us,
so
and we
much
were
for
like,
coming
"What?
to any of them
Oh
if
my
you
god,
did.
thank you for coming. Thank you for coming."
It's a layered text.
It's a really layered text. One of the other things that people kept commenting on TikTok in relation to this was, as you know the interviews where they've talked about wearing those intimacy garments
Yeah.
many times, and how
Little cock sock.
yeah, and specifically how in the shower scenes it was frustrating because they would constantly fill up with water and balloon, and then they'd have to squeeze them out.
Right.
Somebody was like, it's obviously just like an after effect of that, like his hand was in that motion from like squeezing them out, which I find the most plausible.
Honestly, this level of granularity, it's a little scary to me. I want to have fun and I want to be on board, but honestly,
How dare
ahoy,
you?
bitch, where have you been?
How dare you? I've been with them with the microscope. Let's get into it. No,
Oh,
but I
God,
would
I
like
love
someone to
it.
explain that. I'd love a comment from the team, please. That has been episode 3 of Hunting Wives. I swear to God, if there's no lesbian fucking next episode, we will quit this.
People are dying, and yet lesbian sex has yet to be seen.
Yeah. We've had so many deaths. Where the fuck is our girl on girl? Why the hell do you think we're here? Yeehaw. Olga, are you ready for a Hunting Wives background quiz?
I'm ready for a Hunting Wives background check.
There's going to be a hell of a lot more of one than there ever was in that gun store. Let's go to Texas. How
Yeehaw.
many people in the US have hunting licenses?
Okay. I'm going to say 20 million.
20 million.
Is that crazy?
I'm going to guess 3 million.
Okay, sure.
Let's find out.
I have no idea.
How do you find out? 15,202,669. Girl, you were so much closer than me.
Ding, 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 ding. Well, there
Well,
you
in
freaking
that
go.
case, bonus round, which state has the most registered hunters?
Ooh, I'll say Texas because that's probably most populous as well. You?
I think it's not. It's per capita. Sorry.
Per
Oh,
capita.
per capita.
Which state has the most registered hunters per capita?
Montana?
And I'm going to say Texas.
All right. Wyoming!
Wyoming.
You're not going to believe me. It
23.23.5
was my second guess. You're not going to believe me.
per 100.
That's crazy. A quarter.
That's crazy.
But to be fair, I don't think Wyoming is the most populous state.
That's insane, though. 23.5 per 100 people have a hunting license. Texas is 50,000 square meters bigger than which country? Ireland?
Germany?
It's France.
It's
Whoa.
France.
What's the
Ooh
largest?
la la.
What's the largest tourist attraction of Texas?
Alamo?
Interesting. I'd have said. You can't really say Margot's tits.
Beyonce's birthplace?
Let's find out. The Alamo. You were
Oh,
right.
remember
Well
the
done,
Alamo.
you.
I don't know what it is, but I know you need to remember it.
Oh yeah, that's why you wear those poppies, right? For the Alamo. Is that it? What was it? That was kind of you. What was invented in Texas 1971? A. Doritos. B. The frozen margarita machine. Or C. A guacamole machine.
I'm the guacamole machine. No, it's a frozen marg machine. You?
I'm going Doritos.
All right, let's see.
Whoa, all very interesting answers. The frozen margarita machine. Wow, you know so much about Texas.
I went to, I think it's called the Museum of American History in Washington, D.C., and they literally have the frozen margarita machine there on
No
display.
way, you cheat.
Don't ever say that America has no culture.
Well, thank you for it, Texas. Texas is the home of the largest colony of what animal on Earth?
Oh my god.
Buffalo?
That's a good, I'm gonna say,
You've been.
I'm gonna say skunk. The Alamo. That's
The
not
Alamo.
it.
Oh, sorry. It should be bats.
Oh,
That's so funny. It's bats.
but you forgot the Alamo. So this is just in case you guys forgot the Alamo, here's your reminder. Oh yeah, and if you go to Austin, Texas, there's like a bat migration every night from under a bridge. It's quite cool.
That is crazy.
Because the bats are flying to the Alamo to pay their respects.
Six Flags Over Texas, easily confused with the bats over Texas, is a historic term about Texan history. It refers to the 6 different nations that Texas has been part of since the 1500s. Can you name them?
Spain, the UK,
France.
I mean, would you call any of the First Nations?
I don't think those are on Texan flags. And also, since the 1500s, they would have been before that.
Since the 1500s. Portugal, I'm going to throw in?
Yeah, Portugal, I think, is a good shout. Those all make sense to me. But what's the
maybe maybe the Netherlands?
I was going to say the Dutch weren't there, were they?
Should we try it? Just because New York, Amsterdam, obviously
Yeah.
it's completely super far away, but
Canada never had.
we're just saying colonial powers.
Yeah, okay, let's find out. I'm intrigued by this. Spain, France, Mexico,
Oh.
Republic of Texas, Confederate States of America,
Oh boy.
USA. Oh god, that was a depressing answer.
And that's why we never forget the Alamo.
Yeah, what's the official state dish of Texas? Pussy from the show is one of them.
Hey!
Ew.
I'm gonna
No,
say
they
queso,
never eat any.
but I have no idea.
So, I'm gonna say barbecue. Chili con carne, really?
Wow. You know what I love? A chili of the week. I love ground meat. That's a thing about me. And every week we
Yum.
make a different type of ground meat.
Oh, do
And
you?
then you eat it throughout the week. It's fun.
Good
you can
for
make like
you,
an
girl.
Italian bowl. It was like spag bowl. You could do chili con carne. You can make like a Thai inspired like with some basil. It's a good time.
That sounds amazing.
Sorry. I love ground meat.
That sounds really good. What is the
If there's
official?
any opportunities to sort of collab with any ground meat brands, I would like to throw my hat in the ring.
What's the official mammal of Texas? Small mammal of Texas. You're saying skunk. I
I'm
assume.
gonna say skunk again.
I'll be with you. Armadillo. Come on.
Armadillo's a mammal? Where do you lactate?
Did they mean Alamo? What is the official state fruit?
Alamadillo?
What is the official state
You know
fruit?
who's never forgetting? So,
We're almost done. What is the official state fruit of Texas?
Margot.
Fig? Grapefruit.
What the
Really?
hell?
What's the official state musical instrument of Texas? Banjo, I'm going to say.
I'm gonna say banjo.
Guitar.
Guitar.
What is the official state bird of Texas?
Eagle.
Eagle, surely.
Mockingbird?
Well, you showed us. What's the official state pepper of Texas?
Ghost?
Cayenne? Jalapeno. What the hell? These are all just, you got to steal all of your, everything good about this place is Mexican.
Yeah.
Everything. What's the official state hat of Texas?
Cowboy?
Cowboy, we have to assume.
I hope. Oh,
Cowboy. Thank God we got one. We got one. Whoa. That is just, to be so racist and to be so thieving of Mexican culture. Why?
And can I ask you a serious question?
Oh, after all that, yeah.
Knowing that the official small mammal of Texas is the armadillo, how is that going to inform your hunting wives watching it?
Well, you know, hard nut to crack, tough shell, tough exterior, but a heart of gold on the inside. Yeah, it doesn't change much for me and you.
Last time I went to Orlando, Florida. Last time I went to Orlando, Florida, we saw a lot of roadkill armadillos. And it's always very interesting to me to see something that would be like an exotic animal in one country be something that is dismissed. Like the first time I went to Sydney and I saw the ibises and everyone's like, you mean the bin chickens? And it's like, that's a tropical bird.
Yeah, the most beautiful thing.
How
What are you talking about?
fucking dare you,
Yeah,
bin chicken?
you're like, how dare you, armadillo on the road? That could be a chili of the week. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next Thursday with more from the Hunting Wives and, frankly, any other observations from the heated rivalry universe.
Meanwhile, find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Tonsil Hockey Podcast.
And if you want more from us, in particular in relation to heated rivalry, then we have a Patreon. We've got a book club there, and we're covering lots of the heated rivalry world, including fanfic. We would love to have you there, and it really helps support the podcast. Thank you so much. You can also email us on tonsilhockeypodcast@gmail.com. See you next Thursday. We hope. If you know what I mean.
Also, if you
Do you know what I mean? We hope that next Thursday there's cunt.
Oh, yeah.
Get
That's so clever.
Thank you, ahoy,
That's
bitch.
so clever. Did you come up with that? Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I did.
If you're an American living in a red state, we would love to hear your insight into how accurate or inaccurate this portrayal of a sort of red state housewife is.
Hell yeah.
I want to know the insight. I want to know
Yeah.
what it's actually like. How DL are the DL housewives?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Because if the Mormons are swinging, I'm sure the Texan housewives are doing all sorts of stuff.
Yes. More on that, please. Details. And Jem, let us know where you been. How many trains you getting? Bye.